Did you just pass your license? Well, congratulations. But now you're probably thinking to yourself, what do I do next? What do I do after I pass? This video is for you. Welcome back,
Hustle Family.
It's the real Mr. Marcelle and just Michelle. And today we're talking about what happens after you pass your mortgage license. No one really talks about that, right? You pass, you did all the studying. You're right. You passed, you did all this studying, and you're like, what's next? What comes next? How do I go forward? The first thing you need to do is, if you're probably new to my channel, so make sure you subscribe and hit that follow button. That's definitely a subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Yeah, but you can follow to my Instagram and other stuff. But anyway, TikTok. Selfless promotion. Okay, so when you pass, if you're new to the channel, you shouldn't know, you don't know this, but I always tell you to try to look for a brokerage, a bank, something before you pass, because it just makes the process simpler. But you already passed, you have your license. The first thing you need to know is that I believe MLS gives you 3 years to actually finish the rest of the process, because passing is just the first step. So you have to do a background check, credit check, fingerprinting, and get sponsored.
And you need a bond.
And a bond. So you have about 5 more things to do. Hopefully we didn't miss any steps. And it doesn't have to be done in that order, but these are all things that have to get done. And the faster you do it, the faster you actually get your license, which means you can talk about rates and mortgages like I can. So now, how do you find a sponsor? This is where you actually go on Linden and you want to start messaging different banks or brokerages. If you don't know the difference between a bank and a brokerage, please check out my video, which you can find right here, where I go over a difference between a bank and a brokerage. So I'm not going to redo that in this video. Just click that video right there. Yeah, so you want to figure out which one fits you better, which one do you have a better vibe with, which one connects with you, and which one do you think will give you the best opportunity to grow and to become better. Because yes, you do need help, you want someone to help you learn, but you also want to make sure you're growing and thriving. No one wants to stay in the same place, especially in today's times. We like moving forward. I don't know, that's how I am at least. If I'm staying still at a job or in my business, I feel like it's mundane. I need to see consistent growth. That's why I'm always learning and trying new things. Now, once you figure out which one you're going with, that's when they'll be like, okay, let's go through a checklist. You could call MLS up. They do have a number and they're super friendly. The staff is, I'm telling you, phenomenal. I've called them multiple times for the same issue and they're like, yes, Malcolm. It was so bad they knew my name. It was like, yes, Malcolm, we can help you. This is what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. So there's federal and state regulations that they both have different checklists and guidelines that they go through, but pretty much they all want the same information. It just goes to 2 different parts. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. And both of them are friendly, so don't worry about that. They'll contact you if you had your license for a certain amount of time and you haven't did anything with them. Giselle actually got contacted by them like, hey, your license is about to expire. What do you want to do?
Not my license, my test
score.
Process, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Her test that she passed was about to expire, and she started the process and stopped it, and now she's gonna finish it. So Hustle Family will have 2 licensed loan officers. So you can work with either of us. Okay, so after that, you go get your fingerprints. There's multiple places you could go. I think Giselle went to like UPS.
Yes.
A UPS thing. FedEx probably does it, but they do a live scan, which is like, it's no actual ink on you. You just put it on the it's like an image. It's like, think of a big iPhone.
So you have to do 2 fingerprintings.
Oh, 2 fingerprints.
Yeah, so I did one
you gotta speak a little louder.
for federal. That's where I went to UPS.
Okay.
And I did the live scan. And then for the state, you have to do Identigo.
Oh.
Which is, the second one. And you set your appointment.
That one was a lot more money too than the first one, right?
Yeah.
And you set your appointment, you had to bring like your passport. So I think you bring it from both of them.
Yes. You have to bring 2 forms of ID. So I think they accept their credit card. So
that was
as a form of ID. So that's good, yeah.
And then after that, you did the background check, which is done by the FBI. I think they only look to make sure you don't do any financial crimes. I don't think they care about
financial crimes, and you can't have a lot of debt, because if you have a lot of debt, how can you advise?
It depends. Not having a lot of debt. It's like if you have a mortgage that's in foreclosure, or you haven't been paying your home
if you have losses and stuff, and a bunch of things going into deferral and stuff on your credit.
They don't like that because, as Giselle was saying, how can you give someone advice on a mortgage and you don't have your own stuff intact. So that was a thing that actually happened to us. We put ourselves on forbearance just for a short period of time. And when it was time to renew, they was like, hey, you're still on forbearance. I was like, no, I'm not. They was like, send me the documents. So I had to get the bank to send me the documents.
We couldn't make the mortgage payments. They wouldn't let us make it. Like, oh no, you can't make it. You're on forbearance.
It was like, we're not on
really
it.
Weird.
So I had to send them the documents showing that, hey, we're not on forbearance, blah, blah, blah. And then they still wanted to see that we were making payments. So I sent them my bank statements because we don't send checks out. I just had them take it directly from the account. And once they saw that, they was like, oh, okay, you're good. You can move forward.
Yeah.
And then I moved forward. And
this is the state we're talking about. They're like, we got to report your credit hit. And this was when you were renewing. If this happens like during like the effective dates of your license, the effective and cancellations, it's not really an issue. But when you do renewal, they have to rerun you again.
Everything.
And that's when, things might pop up. So it was really crazy.
And then right after that, then we get a note from the state like, hey, in 2019 or 2020, something like that, you did way over amount. You did over a certain amount of loans. I didn't even realize I did so many loans.
Yeah.
They was like, you did too many loans for your bond coverage. You need to update your bond coverage. Where's your new bond? I was like,
Yeah.
So I called my broker. He got me in contact with the bond people. My people said, oh, don't worry, we already raised you. I was like, oh, my broker was on it. Like, they had me raised before I even knew it.
This where it comes into play with having a good person behind you, having a good mentor, having a good team, because Malcolm didn't know, but his broker knew, and he just handled it for him.
Exactly. He handled it. Shout out to you. I'm going to keep you unknown because I don't want people following you. But shout out to you. Thank you. Because he already handled it, and they was like, the bond coverage was like, oh, don't worry, we already raised you. Here, they had it. It was dated, everything, and I sent it out to, I think her name was Ingrid, Ingrid? I think that's her name. I'm not going to say her full name, but thank you. She was so kind and very patient because I was confused at what I was supposed to get her. I was like, huh, what? What do you mean? What am I supposed to do? Like, I was so confused, and she explained it. She was super nice, so shout out to you. So I don't want you to be afraid of asking for help or even reaching out to the state or the federal, because they are human, they are people. Yes, sometimes they get a bad rep because one or two people might be bad in there or just might be grumpy for that day.
But they are friendly, and they try to educate you, not just what you need, but why you need it a lot of times.
Exactly. And they're very patient, and like, she didn't rush me. She was very patient with me, and it's phenomenal when people treat you like people. So shout out to those people who help us loan officers and the behind the scene, the state, the federal, and even your broker and your processors and your assistant brokers and stuff like that. You just got to give thanks. Always gratitude. What else did we have to do? We got the bond, did the fingerprints, credit check with the FBI, and getting sponsored. I think that was it.
Yeah, you have to get sponsored
by either bank or broker, and then you also just have to wait.
Months.
The state is usually behind because what they do is, especially if it's around renewal, they put those people who have their license already first, and then the new license, people who want new licenses come after, and it goes in order of how you started submitting or the time, something like that, right?
So that's why, like, when you take the test and everything makes a difference, because if you take the test and you're doing your process close to renewal time, your file is not going to get looked at until after renewal.
Because they have tons. Because remember, they're doing this for everyone. All 50 states have the same federal guidelines. Now, the states are different. The federal, it's all the same. So, and then each state usually has you doing renewal again too. So that's another thing. So if you have your license in Florida, New Jersey, Atlanta, you have to do a state every year for all these places. And they also have continuing education. But I'll do another video when it's closer to renewal so you guys can understand what is it, how it's like, or what's like renewing your license.
What the process is like.
Yeah, so you guys can see it behind the scenes. We'll show you like what we're doing and studying. I hope you guys enjoy it. But long video, but in total, this is what it happens after you pass your license. But I didn't say it. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you guys on passing. Stay tuned to the channel because I give tons of videos on how you can become a successful loan officer and make 6 figures like we do. So aiming for 7 this year. So let's see what happens. Thank you. We appreciate you. You are amazing. You are the best. Hustle family. Let's keep growing. Let's keep thriving. And we'll see you at the top. We'll be helping you out. Right? We're helping them out.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Let me see you. Help me up. Oh, she didn't got her muscles on.
Oh, you said help you up?
Yeah.
I thought you said help you up. Okay.
Hustle family.
Over and out.